Haunted Tents Experience Build Day 24, and good morning to you all. I have no idea what we're going to have for breakfast of the day. So we're going to do drink of the day. And I can definitely use it because I'm feeling it. A rum and coke. A rum and coke. There's your drink of the day. Katie and I just got out here, got the truck moved, the flags up, and got the blow-ups plugged in. Everything looks okay. It is kind of messy out here. We've got leaves and everything else all over the place. I'll have to have Morgan do a little sweep and to help kind of clean it up. We try to keep the front of the haunt as clean as possible during this time of the year so the neighbors don't bitch. Sorry, trying to do the gate one-handed so you're getting a look at my chest instead of my face. And there's a Kaylee. And I forgot the intro in yesterday's setup vlog. Sue Ann's been out here already this morning. She got in bright and early. She got the hay fixed, which means I can get in here and get my fence panel up. And more leaves and junk. And she also got in and fixed the cobwebbing back there. Got that done, so that means I can get in here and get my hay in and lock that fence into place. And also, looks like I need to fix that zip tie back there inside this back. The net's drooping a bit more than normal. So we got that. I also need to up the pressure on that guy. I'll do that later if I remember. I'm not going to worry about it. Excuse me, Kaylee. Let me come through. Thank you, sweetie. Dang dog makes a good roadblock. Got to grab my supplies. But anyway, we're going to get this gate in, get the hay in, and the gate in over here. Get that done and over with. Then we're going to move over here to the corn, and I'll have to have Morgan do some cleaning in here as well. We are going to put a light up there because it's real dark right here in this section. And then we got to get in here and get the Harbinger Scarecrow set up and working, which means I got to get him hooked up to the Scooby-Boo board, get the Scooby-Boo board set up, the speakers set up for it, the sensor set up for it, and get it power. And those are the main things we are going to be working on today. Once those are done, we're hopping over into the spider and we're going to do spider territory. So it's time to go have some fun. I'll give you updates if and when they're needed. Okay, that's been the habit lately. End of the day wrap up, and I didn't give you really anything to look at during the day. I'll cover a lot of what happened today in the wrap up, but I did want to show you we got the damage fixed throughout the haunt, got the hay back into place, and actually got the gate up. So this display's up and ready to go. And then over here, Sue Ann did get in and cobweb the bushes. And you can see kind of the cobwebs give it a glow. You know, the light reflects off of them. A loud mouth. But we got the hay in here. She got it cobwebbed. Everything's working out really good in here. And I forgot to show you this guy last night. We put a couple of just the spots on him. And we got his hand sticking out so people actually hit it and jump. In the hay maze, don't know if the music's coming over or not. But we got the sound effects going. And this was the dark passage that we had. And I went and installed a flood in here. And we go around, waiting for the board to reset, which is right about now. There we go. I don't know if you can hear the crows or not. That's the ambient sound. But when the boards trip, you come around the corner and the scarecrow lights up. And it starts playing that music, and then they head out. Now we did get some work done over in the spider display as well today. No lighting over there, and I've got it turned off. I've been listening to the ambient soundtracks most of the day, and I need a break from it. So no footage for the spider display, though we did get some work done. I'll cover that here in just a bit. Okay, boys and girls, end of the day wrap up. Sorry about no footage in the spider room. I have an explanation on that one, though. The nursing home that Deanne's mom's in gave us a call and ended up having a bunch of paperwork they needed and had for us to fill out. So I ended up losing about 2 hours worth of build time. We were dinking around with that, gathering information and filling out paperwork and stuff. So it cut into the build time considerably. Should have had the spider done today. But we did make it into the spider room. There's 2 scuba boards in there, scuba boards. Both of them are fully wired up, sound sensor, everything's working on them. We've got the attack spider, the jumping spider, and the bouncing spider hooked up to them. They're all working with the caveat of the bouncer. The bouncing spider basically just goes up and down. We have it on a net. It looks like a cobweb. Last couple of years we've had a bad windshield wiper motor in it, so we've had just as a static prop. People like it because we light it weird. This year we put a new windshield wiper motor in it. Windshield wiper motor is working perfectly. Problem is with storage on that thing, the main rod that comes off the windshield wiper motor that goes up to the mech to lift the mech up and down is slightly bent, which means it's slightly binding. So sometimes she'll work, go up and down a couple of times and then stop. Other times you trigger it, she won't go at all. So it's going to be one of those semi-static, semi-active props. But we got all those in. I just got done. We got all the lights installed. They're all hung. And we got the main power line for them over there and got that ran and set up. I just need to connect all the lights to the power, which is about an hour to 2 hour job going from light to light, making all the connections. And I'm sitting there looking at the wiring. Normally I can look at where the lights are and instantly in my mind, okay, I need to run a wire this way to get these lights and another wire that way to get to those lights, and I got to drop one wire down the wall to get the couple of lights down. And that normally just pops into my mind. I get over there and it's not that I'm physically tired, it's just more I'm mentally stressed right now. I'm looking at the lights, and for the life of me, I can't come up with a wiring diagram right off the bat. So it's, okay, time to quit. Or I'd still be over there hooking up lights, so I'd be able to vlog it for you tonight and what have you. So finishing the spider display is going to be first on the list for tomorrow. As to all the damage that we took from the windstorm yesterday, we got all of it repaired and back together. We got the missing light in the corn done. We got the scarecrow wired up. That took a while. That scarecrow we bought down at Spirit, it was on special. It was the last one they had, and the control mechanism on it is kind of beat up. So I have to dink around with it to get it to work, but it does work. The dinking around takes forever. But we got all that done. Then we went over, like I said, we started on the spider display. And it took about 3 hours, 4 hours, about 3 hours to get all 3 of the props in there. The attack, jumping, and bouncing spiders going the way they were. There was some maintenance. I had one solenoid that failed. I got to looking at it and know why. Apparently it had gotten wet once too many times, and while I was sitting in the box on the shelf over the course of the off season, it rusted. Explains why it wasn't working. I am an outdoor haunt. Things do get wet, even though we try to keep them dry. So I ended up having to replace that. You know, just little maintenance type things that had to be done to the props as I was hooking them up. Things I didn't realize that needed maintenancing because they didn't have power to them at the time when I installed them and looked at them. So, you know, we got that, and it just took some time. The lights, on the other hand, they'll go good. Oh, and I should mention, my original floodlights I made about 4 or 5 years ago. It's been about 5 years, yeah. 2012 was when I converted over to low voltage. But my original floods are a 6 LED floodlight. And it seems like every year now there's 1 or 2 that go bad, you know, connection breaks or something, so I end up just tossing them. With the intent on making more, you know, to replace the damaged ones. Well, I am officially out of red floods, I'm officially out of blue floods, and I'm almost out of green floods. I got a crap ton of spots. I don't have to worry about the spots, but the floods. Nice thing is, Haunted Treasures, my other little haunt business that no one buys shit from. Don't know why I even call it a business. I've got about 100 floods of each color. I've even got 4 different colors in that, to where my originals only have blue, green, and red. But, so we've been raiding that. All the lighting in the cornhole was my Haunted Treasures lights. Way different caliber of light. Of course, it's also 12 LEDs instead of 6. So we are using some of the Haunted Treasure stuff in the haunt. It's working good in the haunt. Good stuff. You guys should buy some. Check me out on Facebook. Haunted Treasures. Shameless self-promotion there. Learned that from Walter Manning. Shadow of Palms. He was good at shameless self-promoting. But anyway, we got that done. Tomorrow's docket. We got another errand in relation to Sue Ann's mom at some point tomorrow that we need to run. I have no idea how long that's going to take. Past that, we're going to jump into the spider display, get the lighting done, and then move on to the photo hall and do that one. That one is primarily all lighting. I do have a Scooby-Doo board in there to activate the mirror because the sensor on the mirror sucks. And that's a 2-second hookup. It doesn't take long. I don't know if I'm going to put any speakers out in that display. I probably should. The soundtrack on it's really neat. I went and updated all the soundtracks this year. But, so we'll get that one done. So we should be able to get the spider finished off and the photo hallway done. It seems like if I have something that goes on a Scooby-Doo board, it takes about an hour for me to get all hooked up, get everything programmed and set right and what have you. Scuba, with all the boards that you have, I don't see how you can whip through them so damn quick. You got way more animated things than I do. But, so, you know, we've got that to do. I do have one maintenance thing I need to do after that windstorm, and I didn't notice it until tonight. The dragon up on the big tent, some of the guidelines are kind of loose, so he's not sitting exactly right up there. I do need to take a couple of minutes and go through and tighten up some of his guide wires. So he's sitting right. He's laying over at weird angles that he shouldn't be laying on, and I was looking at some of his guidelines. Some of them are kind of slack. You know, that would explain it. But I think it's basically these back two on the back side of them that have worked their way loose a bit, so I need to tighten them up. And probably do that during the course of the day tomorrow too. Stay spooky. Stay toxic.